AITA for telling my widowed GF that I think she is settling for me? My 34M girlfriend 36F lost her husband 12 years ago. They were high school sweethearts and each other's first love. We've been together for 3 years now and are living together. She still grieves her husband, especially on certain anniversaries, birthdays, and holidays. I've lost people too and I understand this kind of pain never truly goes away, you simply get used to living with it. So when this happens, I give her the space to deal with it, which she seems to appreciate. As of late, she has been opening up more about him. This has had a beneficial impact on her mental well-being and she seems to be happier. The problem is, that the more she talks about her late husband, the more I realize he and I are completely different people and the dynamics of my relationship and hers with her husband are also very different. She would say how in their relationship, her husband would take charge and she was perfectly fine with letting him do so. She would also say how safe she felt with him. In our relationship, we constantly butt heads because we both want to be in charge. We had a vacation last year which was a great success, but the planning of it was hell, forcing the both of us to compromise. In our 3 years together, not once did she say that she felt safe with me. It doesn't help that, the both of them looked really good together, like some sort of good-looking power couple. The guy is built like a rugby player and if he had his arms wrapped around me like his were around her, well, I'd probably be feeling safe too. Aesthetically, my girlfriend and I are more of a mismatch, something she herself pointed out. She admitted to us not looking that great together because she thinks that we look like an aged gap couple, which bothers her. We are roughly the same height, I look skinnier than him and have an overall boyish appearance in spite of me working out. If he was Bruce Wayne, I'd be at best a poor man's Peter Parker and that without any powers. Besides, both of her exes are physically closer to her husband's appearance while I am the outlier, so clearly she has a type and I'm not it. In addition, she is a worrier. I get that this is due to her past trauma, but having to text every time I'm running late, or having to text whenever I reach my destination, when I'm having a guy's night out, or having to answer her constant texts asking if I'm alright makes me feel like I'm actually back to living with my mom. To be honest, all of this feels quite emasculating. We have been talking about getting married and starting a family, something which I have been initially all for. But given the above, part of me is feeling that while she likes being with me, she is ultimately settling for me out of convenience and comfort. I'm the safe and boring option. I've always felt that I was more into her than the inverse, and now I can't help but feel like maybe there is some guy out there who is probably a better fit. I don't want to get married only for her to come to this realization and leave. We had a talk yesterday about the fact that I seem to be stalling with our future plans and I basically told her all of this. She listened. She didn't get mad or anything, she just went quiet. She was very clearly disappointed and simply said she needed some time to think and left to stay at her sister's place. She eventually texted saying that we will talk soon. Her sister, meanwhile, texted, telling me to grow the fucked up before I ruin a good thing.